Greasing the groove isn't just another fitness buzzword. It's a subtle yet revolutionary approach to strength training. At its core, GTG is about repetition, precise, consistent, almost meditative repetition. Imagine practicing a skill so frequently and seamlessly that it becomes second nature. That's the cornerstone of this method. Unlike traditional approaches that demand countless reps in a single exhausting session, GTG rewrote the script. It showed the strength world that it's not just about working harder, it's about working smarter. And let's face it, wouldn't we all rather get stronger without feeling completely wrecked every time we train? This method flips the conventional wisdom of training on its head. Instead of the overkill of high-intensity cramming model workouts, GTG embraces the brilliance of spaced practice. Think of a guitarist playing short riffs throughout the day instead of cramming a 4-hour rehearsal. Each repetition wires the brain and body together. Similarly, GTG hones in on consistent practice, not sheer effort. Its brilliance lies in treating strength as a skill to master, rather than just muscles needing punishment. And when practiced purposefully, that consistency leads to both physical adaptation and a surge in neural efficiency. What's even more exciting is how this concept reshaped the path for anyone pursuing strength, regardless of their starting point. It's less about crushing yourself under heavy weights in one grueling session, and more about weaving strength practice seamlessly into your daily routine. Whether through kettlebell presses under your desk or quick push-ups during breaks, GTG thrives on daily integration. But here's the kicker. What makes this approach so effective lies beneath the surface. And it's all connected to something many ignore: your nervous system. Strength isn't just about big muscles or lifting heavy weights. It's a skill orchestrated by your nervous system. Think of your brain as the command center, sending signals through neural pathways to activate muscles. The more you use those pathways through consistent practice, the more efficient and supercharged they become. This process is like upgrading your Wi-Fi connection. When that signal is smooth and powerful, everything works faster and with less effort. That's exactly what greasing the groove does. It optimizes these pathways so your body can perform at its peak with minimal strain. Every time you repeat a movement, you're strengthening synaptic connections between neurons, creating what's often called muscle memory. But here's the twist. It's not just your muscles remembering, it's your nervous system adapting to fire faster and more accurately. Picture this. Practicing a movement repeatedly is like carving a trail through a forest. The more you use it, the smoother the path becomes until it's practically automatic. That's why, over time, movements feel easier, and you suddenly notice surprising strength gains without drastically increasing weight or volume. This neural superhighway becomes your secret weapon. Think of it as turning your signals into superconductor pathways. The more polished they are, the less energy they require, and the bigger the payoff. It's not about exhausting your body, but refining the electrical signals that drive strength. And while many programs neglect this vital aspect, GTG capitalizes on it completely. But there's more to it than just understanding this neural efficiency. What if training frequently, in small doses, could unlock even greater strength potential? When it comes to strength training, most people fall into the trap of thinking more is better. More weight, more sets, more exhaustion. But here's the thing. Frequency beats intensity when done right, and greasing the groove thrives on this principle. Training more often, in short, manageable bursts, allows you to practice your movements without pushing yourself to burnout. Imagine a pianist practicing scales throughout the day instead of jamming them into a single, overwhelming session. It's all about precision and consistency, not grinding yourself into the ground. This is where space practice comes into play, and trust me, it's a game changer. Instead of cramming all your effort into one workout, the cramming model that so many gym goers swear by, you spread the effort over several sessions or even throughout your day. For example, a martial artist may practice a kick during breaks, focusing on technique rather than just raw power. It works because your nervous system thrives on repeated exposure to movements. It's like touching up wet paint throughout the day instead of repainting an entire wall once it dries unevenly. The practice stays fresh, adaptable, and, you guessed it, far more effective. The advantage of frequent but short sessions extends beyond just physical gains. By avoiding exhaustion, you give your body and brain time to adapt to movements without the wear and tear that comes from lengthy, high-intensity training. Plus, this allows you to build confidence in your movements while maintaining quality with every rep. Have you ever noticed how small, precise actions lead to the biggest changes over time? That's the true power of frequency. It's controlled, intentional, and highly adaptable. But of course, success depends on dialing in the right intensity, and that's where specificity plays a starring role. Mastering strength is like learning an art. It thrives on specificity. If you want to get stronger, you need to lift weights heavy enough to challenge your muscles, but light enough to refine your technique, the sweet spot. Moderately heavy weights at roughly 75% to 85% of your 1-rep max. This range hits that golden middle ground where your nervous system learns efficiently while avoiding burnout. Imagine sculpting clay. You can't apply too much force, or you'll ruin the shape, but it also can't be so soft that no form takes shape. The brilliance of submaximal effort is how it allows you to stay fresh while building consistency. Take this example. If you can perform 8 reps at a given weight before failure, try doing just 3 or 4 per set. Yes, it sounds counterintuitive, but here's the trick. Fewer reps mean better focus, cleaner execution, and a reduced risk of physical or psychological fatigue. Think of sprinters. They don't clock their fastest times by running at 100% effort in every training session. The same logic applies here. Train smart, not blindly hard, and you'll watch your strength skyrocket without hitting a wall. This approach doesn't just preserve your energy, it shifts your mindset toward treating strength as a skill. Precision, control, and form matter more than squeezing out that last shaky rep. When paired with strategic rest periods, it's like sharpening a blade with each session. But here's the kicker. You're not just sparing your body, you're setting the stage for long-term growth with much higher volume potential. That's why crafting a methodical plan through greasing the groove is so powerful, especially when paired with a timed and intentional approach, like tackling sets every 10 minutes. At first glance, the methodology of greasing the groove, GTG, may seem unusual. After all, how can performing short sets with long rest periods yield such incredible results? The magic lies in simplicity. The core of GTG involves breaking your workout into short strength doses and spreading them throughout the day. Imagine this. Instead of 3 grueling sets of 10 reps during an hour-long gym session, you perform a set of 3 to 4 reps every 10 minutes over an extended period. This not only prevents fatigue, but keeps you fresh and focused, allowing your form and results. To stay, a prime example of a GTG protocol could look like this. Let's say you're focusing on 2 key exercises, such as bench press and Zercher squats. The idea is to rotate between these exercises, completing 1 short set of each every 10 minutes. During the rest period, you're free to refocus, hydrate, or simply breathe without feeling like you're chained to the bench. Over the course of an hour, you've accumulated multiple sets without even breaking a sweat or your spirit. It's systematic, efficient, and surprisingly satisfying when you realize how much work you've accomplished. What sets GTG apart is that it thrives on memory consolidation and neural recovery between sets. Rest isn't a passive activity here. It's a tool to solidify neural pathways and improve your capacity for adaptation. Think of it like solving a tricky puzzle. When you take short breaks and return to it, the answer seems clearer. Similarly, GTG allows your nervous system to lock in the mechanics of each movement, ensuring you're not just going through the motions, but actually perfecting them. And guess what? This approach has ripple effects, making you curious about how GTG benefits stack up beyond just the gym floor. The benefits of greasing the groove stretch far beyond just getting stronger. They touch every aspect of your fitness journey. Physically, GTG allows you to build more volume without exhausting your body. By using submaximal effort and spreading out your training, you're giving your muscles the chance to grow while avoiding overtraining. This means not only strength, but also hypertrophy comes naturally over time. Imagine completing multiple sets without that heavy burnout feeling. Sounds like every gym-goer's dream, right? But GTG doesn't stop at physical gains. It supercharges your nervous system. The frequent and consistent practice primes your brain to fire off stronger and more efficient neural drive, improving your mind-muscle connection. It's like upgrading from dial-up to fiber optic internet. Every movement becomes sharper, faster, and more reliable. Plus, since GTG treats strength as a skill, you avoid the guesswork. Each rep contributes to building long-term mastery instead of leaving you guessing whether your form or mechanics are improving. Then there's the mental side. GTG is designed to avoid the burnout and psychological fatigue that traditional training often brings. Short, intentional sets keep you engaged and motivated, almost making the workouts feel effortless compared to long, grueling sessions. Over time, this builds a positive momentum, replacing dread with excitement every time you step into the gym. It's this balance of physical, neural, and mental benefits that makes GTG so effective, and honestly, pretty addicting. And once you see how this contrasts with traditional training methods, you'll wonder why everyone isn't already doing it. Traditional strength training often feels like a grind, doesn't it? Endless sets, high volume, and the dreaded soreness that can last for days. This approach, often called the cramming model, relies on stuffing all your effort into a single high-intensity session, leaving you drained and frankly frustrated. Sure, you might get stronger, but the cost is heavy. Long recovery times and inconsistent progress are common. And let's not forget the mental fatigue that can push even the most determined individuals to skip workouts or abandon their goals altogether. In contrast, greasing the groove turns this model upside down. By focusing on low-volume training spread throughout the day, GTG avoids the pitfalls of overtraining while delivering steady, measurable progress. Think about it. Instead of blasting your muscles into exhaustion, you're practicing movements in a way that feels natural and sustainable. It's like learning to swim by dipping into the water frequently rather than attempting to conquer the ocean in one go. Your nervous system gets repeated exposure to the movement, locking in better mechanics without the stress and wear of traditional methods. The results? GTG accelerates strength while keeping burnout at bay. Regular practice, small focused doses, and intentional rest lead to long-term progress that sticks. While traditional training leaves you crawling out of the gym, GTG ensures you stay energized, both physically and mentally. And while this method feels unconventional, it's hard to argue with its efficiency once you start stacking wins. More so, it's designed to flow into your life seamlessly, creating room for the kind of daily integration that keeps training practical and results sustainable. One of the most exciting aspects of greasing the groove is how easily it fits into your daily life. You don't need a fancy gym or hours of free time. Instead, it thrives on daily integration, turning small moments into opportunities for practice. Have a kettlebell under your desk? Great! Pick it up and press a few times between work tasks, sitting through a meeting. During your break, drop down for a few one-arm push-ups. These mini sessions add up over time, seamlessly blended into your routine, and you'll barely notice you're training, except when the results start showing. GTG's flexibility makes it a perfect fit for even the busiest schedules. Think about it. Instead of setting aside an hour-long block for the gym, you could spread out your sets throughout your day, teaching a class, running a household, or grinding out a 9-to-5. Every 10 to 15 minutes, carve out a few seconds to train. For example, during a martial arts class, you could pause every so often to practice a tough skill, just enough to reinforce quality and save energy for the long haul. This spaced practice advantage creates a balance between effort and recovery that traditional training just can't deliver. And here's the kicker. GTG doesn't just fit into your life, it enhances it. Those short bouts of focused activation have a tonic effect, giving you little bursts of energy that carry over into productivity and focus in other areas. By turning training into a lifestyle rather than a chore, GTG rewires how you think about strength. You're not squeezing workouts into the day, you're weaving strength building directly into your life. This seamless integration makes you wonder, if gains can come so naturally, why is rest such a crucial ingredient in this equation? Rest. It's the unsung hero of greasing the groove and perhaps the most misunderstood aspect of strength training. While many believe progress comes from endless effort, the reality is that true strength is built during rest periods, not during the lifts themselves. GTG takes this to heart with its prescribed rest intervals, at least 10 minutes between sets. Why so long? Because this downtime isn't just about catching your breath, it's about giving your nervous system the chance to recover and consolidate motor patterns. Think of it like letting a fresh coat of paint dry before adding another layer. It sets the foundation for something stronger. The beauty of GTG-style rest is how it balances productivity with recovery. Let's say you complete a set of bench presses. Instead of grinding through the next one immediately, you can use those 10 minutes to stretch, hydrate, or even knock out some unrelated tasks. If you're at home, Maybe you answer a few emails or throw on a podcast. This isn't slacking off. It's strategic recovery that primes your synaptic connections to fire at full capacity again when it's time for the next set. The result: consistently, high-quality performance, set after set. Another important element of GTG is its 2 to 3 days in a row approach, followed by a rest day. This cycle acknowledges your body's need for adaptation without pushing it to the point of exhaustion. It's about sustainability and long-term growth rather than quick fixes that lead to burnout. By listening to your body and respecting strategic downtime, you'll find that rest isn't just helpful, it's necessary. But what might surprise you is how this ease-focused approach has ripple effects on your overall productivity and mental clarity, pushing us into the bigger picture of GTG's influence on the body and brain. What's fascinating about greasing the groove is how its benefits go beyond just building strength. It has profound impacts on both your brain and body. One of the most underappreciated effects of frequent, non-exhaustive training is the tonic effect. Think of it as a subtle boost to your entire system every time you engage in short bursts of movement. These brief yet focused sessions create a gentle wake-up call for your nervous system, increasing alertness, sharpening motor skills, and even lifting your mood. It's like sipping on a strong coffee, but instead of caffeine, you're fueled by neural activation and blood flow. GTG also aligns beautifully with the science of motor learning and memory consolidation. Each small session reinforces patterns of movement in your brain, much like practicing a musical instrument or repeating vocabulary when learning a new language. This is where desirable difficulty comes into play. It's about making small, consistent challenges that are just hard enough to stimulate growth without overwhelming the system. Over time, these micro efforts stack together, resulting in movements that feel automatic, refined, and stronger than ever. Mastering strength, it turns out, is a lot like mastering the piano. Consistent effort beats one-off grinding every time. But perhaps the most inspirational takeaway from GTG is how it mirrors principles found not only in strength training, but in life itself. The discipline of practice, the power of sustainability, and the ripple effects of small, meaningful actions are universal. Whether you're studying for an exam, building a business, or simply looking to create better habits, GTG's philosophy of train smarter, not harder, hits close to home. And when you start to see progress compound from these seemingly effortless moments, it leaves one burning question. If it's this effective in the gym, what else in your life could benefit from this same intention? So, what's stopping you from taking control of your training and trying something that actually works? Isn't it time to break free from the endless cycle of exhaustion and frustration? The principles behind greasing the groove aren't just a new way to train. They're a smarter way to think about strength, adaptation, and long-term success. You've learned today that small, consistent, intentional efforts can completely transform your results without leaving you burned out or running on fumes. How could you start applying this in your own life, even today? Here's the challenge. Pause for a moment and think, what move could you start practicing right now? Maybe it's a simple kettlebell press, a pull-up, or even one-arm push-ups during your breaks. What if that simple 10-second choice becomes your foundation for consistent progress? Imagine the version of you 3 months from now, stronger, sharper, and more confident, all because you decided to train smarter, not harder. Are you ready to take that first step? If this inspired you, don't stop here. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and join us in this journey to smarter training. Each week, you'll learn new methods to level up your fitness and mind, because building strength shouldn't be exhausting, it should be empowering. Let's do this together.